on NBA 2K TV. We're inside the bubble with Washington Mystics and 2K fan Aerial Powers. Plus, we're talking 2K21 with Mike Wang and Agent Zero. We check in with community members, and we have some hints on what you can expect from MyTEAM in 2K21. That's all happening now.
Welcome to a brand new episode of NBA 2K TV.
These are exciting times. The NBA is back. The WNBA is back.
I don't know about you, Chris, but I absolutely love seeing live basketball on my screen once again. It's glorious.
It is awesome, and it's been fun to see what the players are doing to keep busy inside the bubble. A lot of them, of course, are hooping on NBA 2K.
Yeah, speaking of which, one WNBA player, Aerial Powers, is even hosting her own 2K tournament, and we caught up with her to talk about the upcoming WNBA season and, of course, her 2K game. Take a look. Aerial Powers, welcome to 2K TV. So excited to have you on. I've wanted to have you on the show for a long time, so I am super excited that you're here right now. I know you're in the WNBA bubble. How is that and what's going on?
It's great. My internet is back and active, so I am in a wonderful state right now.
What have you been up to in the bubble?
Just right now, getting ready, trying to stay prepared and stay healthy. And then, of course, doing my streaming stuff.
Well, tell us a little bit more about your streaming activity.
I'm doing a lot of 2K, of course, and it's not a lot of things going on right now. Sports are finally getting back into the world, right? So that's what I've been doing.
So I know you're big into 2K. What modes do you jump into?
Right now, my favorite is actually going to the park and playing 3v3 and also Pro-Am. A little bit more Pro-Am now because 3v3 sometimes is like not as realistic as I think 5v5 is.
So the WNBA is in 2K20 for the first time. What'd you think about that in the game?
I thought it was amazing. You know, it's funny because I catch my dad like playing video games and playing me, which is amazing. But you know, I've always dreamed of having something like that. When I was growing up, games been part of my life forever. So to see myself in an actual video game is really dope.
And I know you've got a couple of 2K tournaments coming up. Tell us a little bit about those.
So it's called the Power-Ups Tournament. The registrations start mid-August, and the tournament is going to be August 31st. And it kind of started because I was looking, you know, when you start gaming, it looks like it's male-dominated, right? And it's not. Female gamers make up about 46% of gamers. And I'm like, okay, how can I show this? How can I empower women to start coming out and playing more? And that's where the tournament kind of came about for me.
Who else you got playing?
You know, I have a few girls. I have Shakita, I have Hazel, I have Alicia. Sorry, it's a lot of names. Wendy, and then on the WNBA side, myself, of course, Angel McCartry, Diamond Shields, and Brittany Griner. And for me, it was like, okay, how can I empower women? Well, let's have the women that you see in sports that are active on this platform, right? So it's 4 WNBA stars, and then it's 4 2K stars. And, you know, right now, it's how do we get more females into 2K and into gaming altogether? So Shakita was drafted last year, the first female, and then no female this year. So we're like, okay, we don't want to take a step backwards. We want to keep going, and I want to make a platform for these females that we can do this tournament and have more and more people involved. So I reached out to the girls, kind of talked to them about it, and they were down.
You mentioned some other WNBA players involved in the tournament. What about you and the Mystics? Are you the best 2K player in the Mystics, or who else do you play with?
Actually, yeah, I am. My teammates, they're not big gamers. They actually teased me a lot last year because I used to bring my system every single where. Sometimes I would play before games when we're just chilling and hanging out. So I'm getting them more involved, but in the WNBA right now, who I'm playing the most will be Alicia Gray. She's on Dallas' team. She was actually in the tournament with me when I did the tournament for 2K.
Well, awesome. I know you're also involved in Gamer.vote. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so Gamer.vote, I think it's amazing because as gamers, we make up about 133 million plus gamers in the world, right? That's a lot of people, right? And right now, with everything we're facing, and you have a lot of social injustice going on in the world, how do we make change? And for me, it's how do I make change more than just a tweet, more than just an Instagram post? It's in the polls. It's in registering to vote and voting. You're going to be affected by voting no matter you vote or you don't vote. So why wouldn't you rather have a say? And for Gamers.vote, I teamed up with them just because of that reason. Because if I get someone that might not even be thinking of voting, and they're young and they just become the age to vote, and they're looking at my stream and I'm talking about them, they're like, okay, I should. And so that's why I teamed up with them.
Well, that's awesome. If somebody's watching this interview right now and they're excited to see you in the park, give us your Twitch stream, give us your social media, give us everything you got.
So my Instagram and Twitter is just my name. It's Ariel_Powers23. And then my Twitch is PowerSurge. That's my name. My gamer name is PowerSurge. So everything else is just my regular.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on 2K TV. We can't wait to see your tournament in August as well.
Thank you for having me.
You know how they say you don't miss something until it's gone? Thankfully, the wait is over because it's all back. Well, with a slight twist. It's the game you love, like we've never seen it before. 22 teams, all in one place, ready to make history. It's a whole new game.
"2KMC here, and I know what you want. You want events. So check out what we got on deck. Saturday, it's Treasure Hunters. You know the drill. Find the list, complete it, and earn your prizes. Earn more treasure on Sunday with Gold Rush. All the VC you win will be used as your event score, and the winner will be dripping in gold. On Tuesday, get in on the Dunk Fest. Work with your fellow community members to reach the goal, and everyone who contributes at least one dunk earns 2,500 VC. Hit the 4v4 courts on Thursday to earn that double rep the entire day. And now let's check out what's happening in MyTEAM. NBA is back, cards have arrived. We're celebrating the return of basketball with this amazing 100% all Opal pack. Aw, yeah! This pack is full of superstars, including Luka Doncic and GOAT LeBron James. And the collection completion reward, GOAT Vince Carter. Half man, half amazing. Also, there's new dynamic duos and a reward market update. You can pick up Ball for your lineup at the small forward position, or duo your pink diamond glitched Giannis with Moments Chris Middleton for a new Opal duo. Check your collection because you might have some duos that recently got added. Locker codes, baby! We got codes for super pack drops, throwback moments, and diamond consumables. Be sure to keep an eye out for more Players Club codes and codes from your favorite MyTEAM community members each weekend. Be safe out there, y'all.
Over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking with community members as well as 2K devs about NBA 2K21. Woot woot!
We've been asking the community members about what they're excited for with the new game.
As well as devs and asking them what we can expect. And here at 2K TV, we bring together the NBA 2K community as well as the NBA 2K devs.
That's right, so let's see what happens when we take gameplay director Mike Wang and mix him up with Agent Zero. Check it out. I bet you're all wondering the same thing. What is NBA 2K21 all about, both current gen and next gen?
So we're going directly to the developers to ask.
Gameplay director Mike Wang joins us here on 2K TV. Mike, how are you?
Hey, it's great to see you guys.
How has development been staying at home during this tough period?
Oh man, it's been a whirlwind. I mean, I think at first it was a little bit rocky. We're all trying to learn the ropes, and over time it's gotten smoother and smoother, and now we're pretty much 100% efficiency, and we're going strong.
We're so excited to have you back on the show, as always. But Mike, I know you can't give away everything, but the big question has been, is Next Gen just going to be the same game but 2.0? What can you tell us?
It's absolutely not, Alexis, and I think that's something that we're so excited about, is that we've actually taken the current gen version of the game and we split development between VC Novato and our studio in LA called VC South. And so they've done a great job just taking that game to the next level, while the team in Novato is focused on the next gen version. You're going to find that the next gen game is going to be everything that you have in the current gen version, but just so much more in terms of what you can do. The breadth of the title is so much more. There's so much more content, so much, it just feels completely different. So it's a very different beast, and if you have the means, I highly recommend to all our fans to save up for that next gen version, because it's going to be a great one.
Now, Mike, with all this new technology, what does that mean for gameplay in NBA 2K21 for the next generation?
Yeah, and that's, whenever we have a new console year, that's something that always excites us as developers, because we're always able to look and kind of dream bigger. And for us, it just meant, faster processing. It meant more memory. Just the ability to do things that we couldn't do in last generation. And so for us, I think the big next step you're going to see is just immediately when you play the game, it's going to feel completely different. From there, we're able to just add so much more on top of that to make it feel even better. So,
All right, let's talk specific modes. Anything new that you can tell us about?
Well, we didn't want to unveil too much new stuff today with new modes. But one thing I will say is that fans of the WNBA are going to be very excited for what we're bringing to the table with Next Gen.
Obviously, the 2K community wants to know more about 2K21, so we wanted to invite one member of the 2K community on the show today.
Welcome, Agent 00 to 2K TV. Agent, what has been up lately?
I've just been focusing on content, to be honest with you. That's really been it. That's been my life. Every moment from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm just working on some kind of different video. Mike, you've been ghost, man. We've just been like, man, where Mike at? We just want to hear something from Mike.
I can either tweet or I can make a game, my man.
Word, and we'd rather have you making the game. I bet.
Agent, as we come to a close on 2K20, what was your favorite part of that game?
Honestly, my favorite part is just playing with my friends at the end of the day, but I'm on the park most of the time anyway. So I'm just looking for new park experiences. But actually, this is mad underrated, is team up. I found out I like team up because I never really played on that side of things. And I played a game with you, LD. And I was like, man, this is a genuine good time. And yeah, LD, you put me on. I'm not gonna lie, you was out there balling with Kobe.
Yeah, we got those W's, Agent,
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're representing the 2K community right now. If there's anything you could ask Mike, what would it be?
It's all gonna be things he can't say, like when's it dropping? Like I need to know everything, man. Like, hey, Mike, just want you to know you are appreciated. I know the devs don't hear that all the time, but I know you be working day in and day out.
Appreciate it, Agent. What kind of questions are you asking specifically?
Like, yo, when's the game release? Is it gonna release for PS4? When's the PS5 gonna release? Is there gonna be gameplay differences?
Well, I can't talk about release dates yet. A little bit later than usual, I'll say that.
Yeah.
For next gen, we're talking next gen. Gameplay differences, there's gonna be a lot. There's some similarities between the two, but they share the same kind of DNA, but next gen just has a lot more of everything.
What's been your focus going into the year?
How can we make the game fun? I know that sounds kind of dumb, but a lot of times from the dev standpoint, we're like, how can we make the game more realistic? Or how can we make it look more like what we see on TV? And sometimes those things aren't equal, right? Sometimes a really fun game is not necessarily the most realistic game. Right. So we went through a lot of just different meetings and design ideas of like, well, what's not fun in 2K, and we got called out by some NBA players of what wasn't fun.
Like ass grinding,
that kind of stuff. Like throwing the ball away on cherry pick passes.
Right.
Things you didn't have control over.
That's dope. Actually, you're saying exactly what I like to hear. And this is the first time for you guys in a while where you had like a generation jump. Is there anything like you're real excited about? There's some really cool stuff with movement, I'll say that. The movement and the feel of the game from current gen to next gen is like this giant leap. And on top of that, I'm not a graphics guy, I'm not an artist.
But when I look at it as a fan of the game, I'm like, man, I'm blown away by what that team has accomplished too. So it just looks incredible. It's like the lighting looks crazy, the details and the texture of the skin, everything just looks so lifelike.
That's awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, you get me excited.
So Agent, you've been really vocal about gameplay in a lot of the videos and the content that you create. You play a lot of Pro-Am, you play a lot of Park. What's one thing you want to see improved on from a gameplay standpoint?
There needs to be like a variety of like effective animations. What I saw happen a couple times in 2K20 was when there was something like that behind the back, everybody was spamming it. When that was nerfed, it's like now there's really nothing to use. I prefer if there was more effective animations than no effective animations, if that makes sense. But Mike hit on the point a little bit earlier, is it's a video game. And I know the balance can be kind of difficult sometimes because you want it, it's a simulation game, you want it to be like real life. But when I am playing video games, I'm playing to have fun. Honestly, I like it when the game is more fast-paced. When the game is a little bit slowed down, it kind of just feels like, man, those aren't, like, they need to be NBA players, they're athletic.
No, I mean, that's a good point to have, but you know, it's always about coming back to the fans. Mike, now this is your chance to ask Agent a question, maybe about gameplay or 2K20 or 2K21. What's on your mind, Mike?
This idea of esports. You know, I know a lot of people complain about dice rolls and missing full whites. Like, do you think that's something we need to go like to the extreme with? What I'm scared of, I guess, is like we make Team Pro-Am or something. Make it so that if you don't get a perfect release, you'll miss every single time. Like, is that an experience you think people will want?
I just divide it up. I mean, that's what a lot of games do. So it's like, you know how when you're choosing, you log into the games, like what difficulty you're gonna play on. It's like, if there's a fun, unranked mode where it's not, it doesn't have to have a huge skill gap, you're just in there to have a good time with your friends. And when you go ranked, it's like, oh, now we're getting serious. Like, you can't mess up your release in a ranked mode. I feel like that's the only way to keep like both sides of the people happy. The casual people that just want to hop on the game and have fun, and the competitive guys who are in there to try and get as good as humanly possible. I think you knew that though, Mike.
Yeah, I just like to hear it.
Agent 00, thank you so much for joining us today on 2K TV. Mike, thank you as well. Every time you're on, we are all listening and paying attention.
Well, thanks so much for having me. It's exciting being here and seeing you guys. Taking a little break from work, but I'm gonna go get back to it right now.
Yeah, it was awesome, and thank you so much for talking to the 2K community. I know they appreciate that so much, and like they said, OGs recognize you, we all recognize you, you're doing a great job, and we cannot wait for next gen and this next 2K21 launch.
Appreciate it, and we hope the community loves all the effort that's going in, because there's going to be some great stuff for them this year.
I am here joined by Snipes 2430, the most My League online wins. Snipes, how you pulling off all these W's, man?
Man, I don't know, man. Just hard work and dedication. I'm just putting in the hours, putting in that work. Definitely in the gym, getting those shots in.
Definitely. So what kind of setup do you have when you play My League online? Like, what are you doing with your friends, with people you play with? Like, how does that look?
I set my team up the way I want them to run. Whatever players I happen to have on my team, I just set it up to the best way it's going to work for the team.
Do you guys use current players or historical players? How does that look in My League Online?
More than likely, we just use current players. We just do like drafts, so that way everything is fair for everyone. And we just run it like that. We try to run a couple seasons as much as possible until we start the next one.
Who's your favorite player that you drafted this season that you used?
Honestly, it would probably have to be Morant. It's a tie. It's a tie actually between him and Zion.
I like it, the young guns. So looking forward to 2K21, what is something you'd like to see implemented in My League Online?
And the other game is that as the year goes along, they're able to implement more things into the game, different things that wasn't there before. Probably something like that. Other than sneakers, maybe I don't know, new hairstyles, you know, just different systems that come along.
One final question. What do you want to say to all the fans out there that are looking to get better at 2K?
Just keep working on it. It's not a game that if you just started playing, you're going to be good in. You got to put that work in.
Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, it's this young boy that I work with, Old Boogie 2 times. He's a good player, up and coming into my career. He's putting in that work.
There it is. All right. Snipes, thank you so much for joining 2K TV.
All right, thank you.
All right, we are catching up with the NBA 2K community talking about NBA 2K21, and we have PrettyLovesPink in the house. Welcome back to the show. Love having you on, as always.
Yes, I love being here. Thank you for thinking of me.
Now, Pink, we talked last at the launch party of NBA 2K20. So
Yes.
tell the fans what you've been up to since then.
I've been playing a lot of MyTEAM. I recently just started back streaming on Twitch. I've been playing a lot of MyTEAM, a lot of MyPark. So that's what I've been up to on NBA 2K20 so far.
Well, then what are you excited for 2K21?
Well, I want to see how the players are going to come out, what type of builds we can make and their capabilities, as well as MyTEAM. I'm like really into that right now. I don't have many opals like a lot of other people, so it's harder for me.
Is there a favorite card that you have in MyTEAM or a favorite player you like using?
Yes, right now I have Jaylen Brown. He's a Galaxy Opal. He's my favorite card. He goes for like 25 a game because he's like a beast.
So we just talked to Aerial Powers, and I hear that you're going to be in her tournament. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
We don't have any details yet, but I do know that Hazel's going to be a captain, and she asked me to be on our team. I don't know if I was supposed to be a secret or not, but everybody knows now I'm on Hazel's team, so look out for us in the Aerial Powers tournament coming up. The all-female tournament, by the way.
So what's your game plan going into this tournament?
Oh, I like to play defense. I have a two-way sharpshooter, so my job is to shoot threes, in the corner and play good defense. And then Hazel does all that dribble, dazzle stuff and, scores the threes with the green beans and stuff like that.
Well, one thing I will say is people that want to doubt your skills, I've seen you break some ankles out there, so
Yes.
I don't think they want to cross you out there, Pink.
Not at all. Don't come for me unless I send for you.
Take it easy on me if I run into you, okay?
Of course, always.
So Pink, last year I remember we talked about the WNBA coming to NBA 2K for the first time. I can confirm that it's back in NBA 2K21. What are some things you'd like to see to improve on the WNBA inclusion?
I would like to see people that are not my size look so short. I remember Erica Willer. I remember playing with her. She looked really small. Other than that, I would like to see some dunks. I know that has to come from the women themselves, but see a little bit more of flashy to the basket things like the Euro, the hop dunk, the Euro dunk. I know they're not doing that, but it would be nice to see.
Now you started an amazing group, BallLikeHer. Talk more about that.
Yes, BallLikeHer is basically a safe place for all women gamers from all walks of life. Women supporting women, empowering women to do, streaming, create content without a fear of, oh, you're a girl, you can't play video games, or go get in the kitchen, or the crazy things that we hear on a day-to-day basis. It's basically a safe place. So for any women gamers out there that are watching this interview that want to be a part of a sisterhood, you can hit me up on Twitter at PrettyLovesPink, and I could, tell you a little bit more about BallLikeHer, and we can, join you, especially if you're a streamer or a content creator, or maybe even just a supporter of women gamers. We have a place for you if you're looking for a home.
We here at NBA 2K want to empower women, and we love hearing stuff like this. So definitely check out that group if you are looking to get into NBA 2K and want to play with some very positive people in the community.
Yes, we'll be there with open arms. You can come home to us.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for being a part of the 2K community as well.
No problem.
You are
Thank you guys
very,
for,
very
acknowledging me and having me and interviewing me and, showing the world that, girls play video games as well.
No problem. And I'm looking forward to seeing your highlights on 2K TV, Pink.
I want some of those crossovers right here.
I'll send something in.
All right, sounds good.
What's up, MyTEAM fans? We have 2K TV MyTEAM correspondent Blake here to tell us what the devs are saying. Blake, I know you've got some MyTEAM news. Give it to us.
Yeah, what's up, Chris? What's up, Alexis? I've got some tidbits from the devs. One of the things that you'll be interested in, I know evolution cards were big on the scene coming into 2K20, and now going into 2K21, you'll have a little more control on some of those evolution cards. So how would you like to be able to choose how some of those cards evolve is one of the things to look out for.
Yeah, fans were really pumped about the evolution cards being included last year, so it's great to hear that they are returning in 2K21. Blake, I know you play MyTEAM. What were some of your favorite Evo cards this year?
Yeah, big MyTEAM guy. My favorite throughout the year was probably the Nate Robinson evolution card. I got him all the way up to a pink diamond, and I love Nate, loved when he was playing, and just getting him back in the game and getting to dunk on people was awesome. And then another, you and I, big Kobe fans, so that Evo Kobe, it's free, and he gets all the way up to an opal. So, I mean, come on, you can't beat that.
Yeah, that was some of the best MyTEAM stuff, in my opinion, all those Kobe challenges to overcome and evolve that card. Now, we've also heard that MyTEAM Unlimited is returning for NBA 2K21. Did you get any details on that, Blake?
Yeah, Unlimited is coming back for sure, and there's also going to be new ways to compete as well, so you're going to want to keep your eyes out for that.
Blake, you and I know the community loves that competition in MyTEAM. What did the devs give you in terms of insight into competitive MyTEAM?
Well, you will be competing for championship rings in NBA 2K21. That's it. That's all I can say, but there will be more ways to play and compete in MyTEAM.
I like the sound of that.
I know something that we're really excited about is that your progress carries over from current gen to next gen.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, you can start playing on current gen on September 4th and, you know, collect cards, keep going on your progressions, and then migrate over to the next gen, and you get everything that you did. Your progression, your cards, your My Points, your VC, and your tokens all carry over to next gen.
Yeah, I know one thing the community was absolutely asking for is that sense of progression and putting in that time and having it pay off between generations, so that's a great thing to hear.
So Blake, what are you excited to do in MyTEAM and NBA 2K21?
Just delve right in. For me, the most fun part about MyTEAM is starting fresh, honestly. When you get that new game, you pop it in and you build your team from those bronze, silver, gold tier players and are able to, when you finally get that, you know, the amethyst, it's like gold at that point. So it's just really progressing, building my collection, really just creating the dream lineup, getting my favorite players throughout the different eras and, you know, putting them in a mode and progressing my way through and just building. It's just my kind of mode. It's so fun. I'm looking forward to getting started on it.
All right, thanks, Blake. We look forward to catching up with you in 2K21. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, look forward to it.
Play for this week from our own LD2K. It was just too good to pass up. Enjoy.
Come on, man, we had to really show this? Wait, no! How much does ankle tape cost? How much VC? But on a serious note, thank you to our amazing community for submitting your top plays all year long. We look forward to seeing your best plays in 2K21.
Thanks for watching this week, and make sure you check back here for more news on NBA 2K21.
And make sure to follow us on social for all the event updates.
Remember, it's at NBA 2K_2KTV, and thanks for watching.
See you next time.